of our own studio, as well as here at the beautiful Hoboken Library. Okay, we are continuing our celebration of Asian, Pacific Island, and Hawaiian Island History Month. And we are going to focus on an artist today from South Asia. Her name is Hangama Amiri. She was born in Kabul, Afghanistan. So from a very different place from the two artists that we looked at and talked about last week, who were from China, who were Chinese American. Without any further ado, I'm going to open a slideshow of Ms. Amiri's work and share it with you all. And I think you're going to find her work unusual and enjoyable. So we're going to have options for our art project today. We are going to look at our slideshow and talk about Ms. Amiri's work. We are also going to have our favorite model, Bill, here in-house today to pose for us. And we will talk further about those projects in a few minutes. First, the slideshow. Everybody at home, are you able to see this?
I see it.
Thank you for letting me know. Who is that, please?
That's Jane.
Jane.
I see your cover page, Hangama Amiri.
Hangama Amiri. Yes.
Sorry.
Quite all right. So here's the first image of her work. And Hangama Amiri was born in Kabul, as I mentioned. She and her family became refugees when she was only 6. They left Afghanistan because of the Taliban takeover in 1996. Over the next few years, they lived in Pakistan, Iran, and Tajikistan. And as a high school student in Tajikistan, Amiri submitted an early painting called Twin Buddhas. This painting was a depiction of the damage that the Taliban did to the Buddhas of Bamyan. They were destroyed by the Taliban in March of 2001. I don't have an image of that painting, unfortunately. She won the prize, and the prize enabled Amiri to attend Alamov College of Art in Tajikistan. And she received a Bachelor in Fine Arts from the college in 2005. Her family then settled in Nova Scotia, Canada in 2005, where she attended the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design in Halifax. In 2012, she graduated with a second Bachelor in Fine Arts degree, and a visit in Afghanistan in 2010 inspired her series of paintings, The Wind-Up Dolls of Kabul. This series of works sent her to the Passion for Freedom Festival in London, England. So looking at this image a little more in depth, it's all made from fabric. This is not a painting. This is a stitched fabric piece. And it definitely talks to the life and traditions that she was familiar with in her home country of Afghanistan. It may also be a scene from Pakistan or Iran, where she lived for a while. And you are seeing women in what looks like a town square, dressed in the attire that they probably wear on an everyday basis. It's quite amazing that this is done in fabric. There is quite a lot of detail in it. to be a stitched work of art. Yes, the whole thing is fabric. Incredible depth of field. It's like a Renaissance painting in its composition. Pretty wonderful, I think.
There's so much movement with
Yeah.
the people. You know, it's amazing that it's fabric, but even whether you know that or not, it still is extraordinary in the movement, the feeling you get from the woman in the front, the sense of their attitudes by their how their bodies are in movement, or how whatever their bodies are doing. You just get feeling for each figure of what they're feeling or their attitudes, and plus the perspective and plus the whole environment is amazing. It's incredibly inspiring to think even that could be fabric, but in and of itself, it's inspiring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just what's there.
Thank you, Robin. Okay, great comments, everyone. I love the contrast that she creates with the white hijab against the black clothing. They do look like nuns, don't they? But I don't think they are. She's looking toward, right, and this figure's looking towards the back.
Wow.
So, yep, that's cool that you notice that. Yep. And that also helps to create the movement, I think, because everyone is looking in different directions. Yeah. Which figure? This one? Where you just see the leg and the arm. Oh, this one with the white hijab. Yep. Or she's further into the background. She's walking closer towards the buildings in the back. Yeah. And then there's this little, what I think is a ball here. Yeah, there's a lot to see in this image. I like it. All right, let's look at the next one. She does a lot with makeup and beauty because she went back to Afghanistan after the fall of the Taliban and noticed, hi Bill, morning, welcome. Noticed how culture had changed, how what had been male-centered business and male-centered commerce had suddenly become more female-centric, and how there was a blossoming of female-owned business throughout Kabul, particularly beauty product and cosmetic product industries, because women were more able to go out and purchase things for their own personal use and from women who owned those businesses. But during her childhood, her memories of visiting the bazaars were filled with the prevalence of men managing businesses. And through her artwork, she wants to convey this sense of newness that she felt when she returned to Afghanistan in the post-Taliban society. I believe this one is also fabric, but with paint. This is mixed media work. I love that the head is cut off in this and that the focus is on the nail polish, right? And the hands. So this is really getting across this fascination with women's beauty and what life had become after the fall of the Taliban and the changes that she experienced on her return. She also now lives in Canada and has started doing imagery of Afghan life in the diaspora. So many of the paintings and fabric pieces that she's creating now are portraits of people in specific neighborhoods. For example, she's done images of people in the Coochie supermarket in Flushing, in Queens, Central and South Asian restaurants in Jackson Heights, and an Afghan-owned fabric shop in Chelsea. And these are assembled from an array of textile materials. And as I said, the works point to the hybrid-like quality of diasporic identity that's pieced together from a wide range of sources. But this is incredible composition. You know it's figures because of the hands, but no heads visible at all. It's quite striking. I love the deep red pointy shapes of the fingernails and how they're mirrored in the red shapes in the fabric of this woman's blouse. Then the yellow in the neckline here and the yellow in the leaves of the flower. So Hangama was quite the child prodigy. She, from her time in Canada, she went to Yale School of Art and got her MFA at Yale, and now is showing extensively throughout the world and has had multiple solo shows. So she was discovered at quite a young age. Again, here is another image of a woman getting her nails done. This looks like she's in a beauty parlor. This again is a fabric and painted work. So it is a mixed media collage plus paint piece. I love the mirror. The way she's worked the reflection, to me, is quite amazing. Feel free to shout out comments while I show images.
Reminds me of my piece.
It does. Nice. Good thing to point out. Thank you, Susan. It does. The vertical composition of this piece reminds me a lot of some of Matisse's more famous portraits. Some great use of shadow. This dark shadow behind the woman and the curve of the chair that she's sitting on really emphasize her figure and help cohese, is that a word? Help bring together all of the pattern and colors and stripes in her gorgeous gown. I like the curves in her hairdo, along with the curves of the mirror. And again, the curves of the chair and the woman's figure. It all works beautifully together. The black tiles in the floor in the beauty salon and the very deep blacks of the women's hair also help to bring this image into one whole beautiful composition.
What's the size she's working?
I don't know. Bill. She's, to me, a very new artist, very, very, very young. I mean, by my standards, I'm not sure I have her actual birthday. 1989. So she's, 4 years older than my son. So that makes her 42. So, but she's young to be a discovered artist, for sure. So I don't have a whole lot of information about her. Or 4 years younger than my son. If she was born in 89, she's 4 years younger than my son. Yeah, so she would be 34. Very, very young to have gained this kind of fame. So this is a painting. This one is not a fabric piece.
This one feels a little more
Right.
somber than some of the other images. The others seem to just leap off the page with life and vibrance. This is a little more subdued.
It is indeed. And maybe that's because there's no fabric. I'm not sure. Again, pretty marvelous use of shadow. I like that her shadows are colored and not black. This is something that we've talked about before too, which also reminds me of Matisse. So I'm going to move through these a little bit more quickly now. This one is paint and not fabric, but you can see where fabric is still playing a very important role in her work. These are patterns from South Asian fabric for sure, and carpet for sure. And these are, digital imagery, so the quality of the images, of course, not so great, unfortunately. My guess is this is a watercolor or tempera. This is a fabric piece. So I don't know if you can see the outline of the gazelle here in black. It's pretty gorgeous. Here's the head and the horns. You see it now? The gazelle is transparent and see-through, and you can see the plant life through it. And there are two hands here with a bow and arrow that is piercing the side of the gazelle. Oh, and there's
The profile.
face.
there's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
face, which I didn't notice till just now. There's a profile of a face here. Here's the eye, the nose, the lips, the chin. It's interesting. And now we're
Her
coming.
work is fascinating. I'm sorry, Liz.
Say it again.
Her work is fascinating. It's all except the one that Jane pointed out that was more subdued and it was harder to get it. But the colors and the shapes and the perspective, I don't know. I'm just so impressed with her on every painting. And this one is fabric, and then she's drawn with something, the outlines on top of the fabric, I guess.
Or
I don't
stitched.
know. They just, or what?
It could be stitched.
Ah,
It may be
Okay.
painted, it may be stitched. It's hard to tell from this image.
She's very inspiring. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. That makes me happy to hear you say that. Okay, now we're coming up on one of my favorites. This one and the last one, not to do a spoiler alert, but I find this one very striking and powerful. Notice the word in the upper right-hand corner. So
Is
she
this
is definitely
stitching or
conveying
painting?
messages in her work. This, I believe, is fabric.
Do you know if there's a self-portrait in that, or?
I do not know. Very striking composition in this. The way the figure fills the page is awesome. Those of you, Sally, look at this. Those of you who are obsessed with drawing hands, look at how large her hands are in relation to her face. So big. And how much do we love this red?
I love red.
All right. Women in conversation. This is a painting. And here we are at the final. So this is a particular shop in the market. I'm guessing this is a female-run business that she found. Or perhaps it's prior to the fall of the Taliban. I'm not sure.
Are those fabric?
I think this might be a mix of paint and fabric collage in this one, but I'm not positive. I wish I could help with that.
I meant the store, the staff.
Oh, it's a fabric store, yes.
Yeah.
And it definitely, there's a tailor because there's a picture of clothing that has been made from the fabric. Anyone in the group today speak Arabic? Maybe you could translate for us.
Only with the letters.
Okay.
Well, and this is probably not Arabic, it's probably Pashto or one of the Afghani languages.
Definitely Arabic.
Okay. All good points. All right. Any other thoughts about Ms. Amiri's work? Just a brief mention about stereotyping about Middle Eastern women and their attire. I do just want to mention that we tend to think in this country that the wearing of the hijab is a sign of oppression, but I do know people who wear the hijab as a sign of pride in their own culture. And I just wanted to point that out as something to think about and be aware of. Any hijab that we assume, most people in this country assume that the hijab is something that women are forced to wear, but that is not always the case. You disagree?
Well, the burkas, and maybe they get used to it and get power.
Yes, this is an interesting point of view. And I'm glad that you're bringing that up. However, there is the other side, the other point of view, where people, particularly within this country, within this culture, who wear the hijab to identify the fact that they are of another culture. So it is an identifier as a mark of pride as well.
So we didn't hear the comment that caused you to respond. Could you refrain?
Oh, okay. I want to say, do you mind, Esty, if I speak for you so that everyone at home can hear? And if I get it wrong, you're going to correct me, I'm sure. So Esty pointed out the fact that covering oneself can be a matter of choice because it feels comfortable. You become used to it. As in wearing a mask, when we wore masks during the pandemic, we got used to it and it almost felt comfortable after a while.
Right. Thank you for that. I wanted to just add one.
Wait 1 minute, Jane. Esty is correcting me. So go ahead.
They are used to wearing it. They cannot wear something else, even if they don't want to. So it's
So it's what Esty is saying for those of you at home, it becomes so ingrained within your daily life that you don't even think about it. And you do it just because that's the way you've always done it. And that's also important to realize. Yes. And you're expected to be that. Yes. Yes. So the cultural norms are enforced and you follow them because it's an expectation. Yes. And Jane, what were you going to say?
Well, I just wanted to add one little dimension. I hope it's not too controversial, but it's, for me, it's
all good.
From what I see, it's culture, yes, but it's also beyond culture. It's a statement of devotion for some people. This is a devotion to their faith.
That is also true. Because it's something that some people believe has been prescribed in their book of faith. But some people believe that that is not present in their book of faith. So this is something to be discussed and talked about. Yes.
It's not in any book.
Right. That is your belief. Yes. That is your belief and many people's belief. Yes. All right. Any other thoughts on that? And I'm so glad that we brought it up. It's an important discussion.
And Liz, next week I'm for even I have a cartoon and I have a writing about this.
Bring it in. Awesome.
It's very, very
awesome. Awesome. There is also on NPR a whole piece where Afghani feminist women are interviewed. I'll try and do research on it if you are more interested in this, about the perception of American women, of the way women are treated in Afghanistan and how difficult it has made it for women in Afghanistan right now. And it really opened my mind to the fact that we may not be understanding the total picture of what life is like in another country. Okay, go ahead, Heather. Yes. Right. And a lot of professional Afghani women have left Afghanistan since the Taliban takeover. So there's a lot of different points of view about this particular subject, and it's worth looking into. But right now we're going to talk about art. So thank you everyone for this interesting discussion. And I brought it up specifically because it has a lot to do with Hangama Amiri's work. And again, art can change the world. It can change our minds about the way we perceive things. It can open our head to new ideas. And that's something I love so much about art. Today, for those of you who are here, I have brought in lots of scraps of fabric, glue, acrylic paint. We also have Bill here to model. You will have a choice of creating a portrait of Bill in mixed media using fabric and paint, or a portrait of Bill with just fabric or just paint, or copying an image of Hangama Amiri's work that I will put on the screen. Oh, true. So we can't do both, but you can use your smartphones. And folks at home, you have the same choices, but you will have to use your own fabric and materials, obviously. We want to look at Bill today. And we're all going to start with paper and pencil. Can you hear me, everybody? We're going to start with pencil and paper. We're all going to sketch Bill for some short warm-up poses. And don't give me that face, Susie. For those of you at home, Susie was doing what my mother used to call facing me. The unhappy face. As in, no, mommy, I'm not going to do it. All right, any questions about what we're doing before we begin? So I'm going to stop the share. Everybody here is getting their materials ready. Folks at home, please get your area ready as well. And Bill, let's get you set up with a stool and a chair.
Pose is standing first?
You can do standing. It's easier if he's sitting. Bill, I'm actually going to remove this. Bill, I'm moving your jackets as they were obscuring the screen. So folks at home, we are going to start with a few warm-ups, and then you're going to be free and up to your own devices. I don't know, it's awfully nice. If you cut along the edges. No, it's not my artwork, but it's African fabric. Somebody gave us. Yeah, we're gonna let Bill post it. Okay. I don't know. It's not your. It looks like a salt. It's Betsy. It's African Betsy.
Next Passover, running.
All right, come on, ladies, chop, chop, time's a wasting. Ladies and gentlemen, time's a wasting. Get your pencils, get your paper.
Hey. Whoops.
Oh, those of you who are here, a note about the glue. We're running out of glue, which I didn't realize till last night when I packed my cart. Please use the glue judiciously. Share.
Liz, what was the assignment?
You didn't hear the assignment, folks at home?
No, the cats walked over my screen and knocked me out off the meeting.
So you can either do a portrait of Bill in fabric and paint, or you can copy an Amira, find Amira online, and you can copy something, do it in her style.
Okay.
And we're gonna start with some warm-ups with Bill. We're gonna do some quick 3-minute sketches. Okay, that works for you?
That works.
Go ahead. Very nice. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love this. Take a picture and send it to me so I can show him. Thank you.
Great.
Wow, yeah, he's gonna love it.
No, Hebrews, one of Hebrews' work.
Susan is a big collector of Ebru's work. Folks at home, she just showed me. She framed one of his pieces. It's quite beautiful. It's probably all dried up. You don't need glue yet. So all you need is paper and pencil right now, paper and pencil. We're gonna start. Okay, let's start. Do we have the camera on Bill? What? You shouldn't be pouring glue out yet. What's going on, kids? There is. Who said there was an art revolution? It's happening right now. All right. 3-minute pose. Just scribbles. That's all I want to see. Sketch. This is warm up. This is not a masterpiece that we're creating. Sketching Bill. Great pose. Script. Okay. Let me tell. Yeah, so folks at home, we're having a small technical difficulty. Laura is going to log out and then log back in. in the hopes that we can fix that. What I would recommend, in the time that you lose contact with us, start looking for pieces by Hangama Amiri, Hangama, and her second name is Amiri. And Bill, just a minute left in this pose.
Not seeing the image of Bill at home.
Yes, we're working on that. We're having a technical problem.
Okay,
So
no problem.
While you're waiting, you want to look for some of the art of Ms. Amiri, Amiri.
Great, thanks.
And see if there's an image of hers that you might want to do instead. We're very sorry about this, but Laura's working on it. Less than 20 seconds on this pose. Good. Everyone's doing great. It's just warm up. Just gonna do 3 of these, and then you can start doing your painting, collage work. All right, begin. Come on, try and stay focused. Begin.
But I show what your best starting too, like.
Yes.
I'm just trying to show variety. Is it terrible?
Gosh, no worries. Good. Just get those lines down quickly. We don't want perfection. You're too perfect. Excellent. Okay, under 2 minutes. Let's see what's in front of you. Yes, you know, because they're very difficult.
The art is more difficult.
It's not gonna look like anything.
Yeah.
You have now less than a minute. How can you make it look like anything in 3 minutes? You can't. Not, that's the point of doing these fast, quick sketches. It's not about making a perfect picture. Keep going. Listening. Yeah, you're under 20 seconds, Bill.
Oh. One second.
The second or the third? Okay, this is the last one. Although you're doing so great, I'm not making blood questions. Oh, wonderful. Begin. And folks at home, you can see now, correct? Oh, it's a little time lag, but folks at home, you can see, correct?
Yes,
Okay, good. So very, very quick, fast. Look at the length of his arms and legs. Look how far he's reaching. The hat is further than his toe. He's really stretching his torso. Way far out over his right leg. It's a large distance between his feet.
it's his arm, his torso is.
A lot of people are drawing on top of their drawings. That's what I want to see. Don't care about what your picture looks like. That's not your goal, Nick. That's coming later. Really gotten the press. Very good. Very good. The twist of his back. Wonderful. Yes. So less than a minute. Terrific. Wonderful. Great, 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 great. Under 30 seconds, Bill.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And end of that one. Okay, so Bill, you're going to move into some 5-minute poses and then we'll do longer ones. I invite everyone to continue drawing Bill if you like, or those of you with smartphones here, if you would prefer working from one of Ms. Amira's images or a photograph of someone else, perhaps you'd like to look at and do a portrait of in paint and fabric. I would recommend to everyone here or at home that you start in pencil, a light pencil sketch first before using the paint and fabric, but that is entirely up to you and your own personal style. It does not have to be a realistic portrait. It can be abstract. Any questions? Let's begin. If you just want to sketch Bill, because we're lucky to have him here today, you can do that too. Bill's already posing, so you can begin your next drawing or whatever it is you've decided to pursue for this class. Helpful things in this pose, if you look where his elbow is, compared to where his other elbow is in this pose. Notice how far the shoulder is away from his legs. rest of his body. Elbow on this knee, that helps you to see how long the upper leg is. In relation to the length part of his finger. Length of this forearm is the shin. Use those things as measuring device. Look at those negative spaces. People, particularly on this side, like this empty space here is very interesting. If you're planning to use fabric, I would recommend that you make your shapes large. Working with fabric, the tiny shapes may be a challenge. Everybody understand what I mean? I want to not worry about the face. This is good. Those later. Oh, so it's an old one. Same things. Very good. Okay, we're done with this pose. Yeah, it was only 5 minutes. You can always come back to this drawing for your finished if you like it. But I want us still to warm up a little bit. So Bill, we're gonna make this the last 5 minutes. If you're working on something that's not connected to drawing, Bill, if you want to move on to the other ideas that I mentioned, if you want to start with your fabric and paint, go for it. If you feel you're warmed up enough, you can do that. Then use another one of the drawings and start with the other project. I meant to check it. Folks at home, you're good? Lots of options today. That can be overwhelming. So now we're going to do a long one.
How long is the next one going to be?
Robin? This one's
How long is the,
gonna be 15 minutes.
what, did you say 20?
15 minutes, folks at home, for this pose.
Thank,
You're welcome. So this one now you can really get into. If you want to start with your paint and fabric collage, you can. Do a quick pencil sketch, and then you can begin doing the other work. Get comfy, Bill. This is it for you. This is it. Everyone at home, you can see, correct? Now, remember, it's pick your left hand. Thank you. It's easy to make. That's why. Press. Venus. Always love me, Venus. Me too. Every forum is a good. here has chosen a wide variety of things to do. That's terrific. Good. Hands are there. Very good. And I'm just showing you, showing you that. It's so good. Look at this. Everyone happy?
Never happy.
You're never happy in life or in art class? I'm gonna take this personally, Alice. I was actually asking folks at home. Everybody at home, okay?
Good.
Okay, good.
I can certainly speak for me.
Everything's good.
Good. We've got the air conditioning on here at the library. Bill, you're marvelous. I don't know how you can hold your head in that position for so long. You're wonderful. Thank you. And Susan, I got your pictures. Thank you.
I have the other frame.
Awesome.
Amazon sent. For me, that's part of the creative.
Yes, the right frame is important.
I'll be there in a minute.
My husband is not. And the mom is treasure.
It's I have a privacy. That's true. It's still there.
How we doing on time?
Sorry, I just looked, you're under 3 minutes. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll need a break, short break.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Lavender is your color. I don't know, never was this. Let's take pictures of it. The most. Thank you. I know.
Yeah, do you understand?
Yeah, I like you actually. I do. I like to find colors. Oh. Like buttons, you like. Yeah. But I wear a lot of black.
Me too. Today is the land of loss. She was staying. What minutes do you want to stop? No, it's trying very hard to get the AC turned off. Someone. It's this is. Would make this short. Bill, you're done. I don't care. You have 8 seconds. You're done. Bill's done. Bill, stretch.
Even I'm cold, and I'm.
All right, so folks at home, Bill is taking a break. Not only was that a difficult pose, but it's a little chilly here. Our favorite librarian, Laura, is working on the temperature situation for us. And Bill will be back shortly.
Yeah, they just shut it. It's gonna take a while to warm up.
Oh, good. So the AC has been shut off. Thank you so much. Nice.
I changed. I'm doing more. One of those.
Right, Joe.
You all right?
Cool.
Need a blankie? Folks at home, Margot, I can see you. You're doing good. Robin stepped away. Oh, Pat's with us today. Hi, Pat and Dina. Woohoo. So Bill is getting ready to come back. And you've all started on a particular project. So this, I think, Bill, we're going to make this the final pose. Can we make this a 20-minute? All right, so listen up, everyone. This will be our final pose with Bill. And, whoops, what have I done? I've done something weird to the view. Sorry, folks at home. I have to get back to the view of Bill. Forgive me.
No, I told you. This would work.
Ah, here we go. Folks at home, can you see Bill?
Yeah, this one's coming out.
Okay, good. Folks here though.
You're trying to highlight?
Yeah, I thought I made Bill the spotlight.
Move the spotlight?
No, I made him the spotlight. Oh, pin. Maybe if I pin him. There we go. All right, we're good to go. Oh, no, Bill's doing a little costume change. What, Laura? Yeah, I think.
Liz, can I ask one thing? Can I ask one thing? Hi, is it possible for Bill to remove his mask altogether so that we can see the shape of his chin while he's posing? Would that be okay?
He has
Bill, would you
just
be
done
comfortable
so,
with that?
Robin. Yep, he has just removed.
Okie doke.
Twirl it
Thank
around
you.
your head, Bill.
I want to really get your face, Bill.
All right, thank you, Bill. Thank you, Robin. Let's begin. Our final pose. And just to recap, you can just draw Bill if that's what you feel like doing today, or you can choose this drawing or another drawing to work on as your mixed media collage. You have that choice, or you can look at one of Ms. Amiri's works to create your piece of artwork from also.
You know that you're starting something new.
It starts out bad, but it ends up good.
No, I mean, they overtake it.
It was a disaster for him.
Yeah, it was a disaster. He just gets so angry that he destroyed it. But he tried to refund it. No one wanted it. So the artist.
The artist talking about
He called it. He fired.
the end. The artist knew what was good. This is fine. Yeah. Collage, yeah. Yes, there's no more minute. Thank you, Laura. Bravo.
Finally, Laura. It's very slow. It's just. organized, productive, put it together. You know, that's.
And the artists like myself, like a mess.
Welcome to my apartment.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That's what my apartment is like.
See, but this is.
Yeah, that's why she has a house.
You're always bringing me things, and when you bring me things, you're not worried about where they're gonna go. Today, for some reason, it's become an issue. It's all good.
No.
Done that.
You need a whole new design. I know. I would put Shlama or something.
So Bill, you're under 50. A little bit over 11 minutes. You good?
Good.
Okay.
to go on. It's not, I wouldn't start. Just trying to figure out. Maybe because it's the first day it's been on, and it needs adjustment. Anyone see myself by where you are sitting? Yes. We were so busy talking other. Moment. There's a brush here. It does peel, right? Or once it's dry, it's like sunburn. You can rub it off also when you don't wash it. Nice, these are so cool. And then kind of a rockets class today, so we did not interrupt. Bill, you have 6 minutes. Folks at home, do we want to share today? At the end of this pose, let me know if you want to share your work.
I'll share after we all finish.
Cool. Who is that, Robin or Margot? Who just said I'll share?
Robin.
Robin, yay. We're also trying, the other one worked. The other one was old. This is fantastic. So Laura has to step out for a minute, not worry, we're fine.
No, it's really. Ah.
In the background, makes it look so good. That doesn't matter. So you. Yeah, it's for sure. One minute, Bill. I like that a lot. There's beauty and imperfection. Facing this way. See what, just a little bit of in the back what we do. We use soft pastel. Just a little touch of that. And Bill, you're done.
Thank you.
Yay, Bill! Great modeling today. All right, let's take a look at Robin. How do I find you? Those of you at home, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but Laura had to step away for a quick meeting. Here's Robin. Robin, you have to turn your camera on. If you would like to share, Robin, please turn your camera on. Maybe Robin had to step away. Dina, do you want to share while we're waiting for Robin?
It's a work in progress. I can show you the progress.
Love to see. Everybody who's here, look at the screen.
Okay, so it's half baked. Anyway,
The reason
I
I wanted
have
to-
more done before the end of the share.
I'm really
It's a
amazed at
self-portrait of her.
just drawing
Wait, one
and
1 minute,
looking
Dina.
at the figure. What happened? This is the first time it's been quite so, I don't know if you can even see
Okay, wait,
this.
Dina, if you could wait, Robin is talking. We're gonna come back to you, Dina.
Is it visible?
Yes, Robin, wow.
I'm not hearing you. I don't know what happened. But this, can you hear me?
Yes,
I can't hear you. I don't know what happened.
you can't hear me?
Anyway,
We can see it, it's magnificent.
I can't hear. If you can hear me, I can't hear you. So. And this was the other one, which I loved.
You need to turn your volume up.
I am amazed with drawing Bill. I'm so glad he came back, and I can't wait to be there in person with him, because there's something about his postures and your commentary and just drawing and letting go. I'm so excited. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't hear you, but anyway, that's not so important. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that, Robin. We did see your artwork. Maybe you can hear better when I'm talking to Dina. So Dina, you're on the screen now. Robin, your drawing looked really good. Check your chat box if you hear me now.
Dina,
So Dina, can
No,
you?
I heard. Okay, so I'm kind of not really done with this. I went to look at one of her self-portraits where she's making a speech at a podium. So there's a lot more going on here, and I want to finish it, and then I'll send you a JPEG.
Thank you. It's a great start. I like the contrast between dark and light that you have going on already.
Thank
So
you.
awesome. Margot, do you want to share?
yeah, I'll share. Hang on. Taking my background off.
I'm not seeing you.
Okay. I had to take my background.
There we go.
To take my background. I'm not done, but this is where I started.
Wow.
See it?
Nice.
Yeah. You're right. When the background, when you do something with the background, this whole thing's gonna come together.
Well, it's gonna be
Fabulous.
filled with birds and leaves and things.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna add more shapes and
Yeah.
objects.
Can't see
Super
them.
color.
Thank you.
Super. Send me a JPEG also. Bravo. All right, folks here, anyone want to share? I'll have to hold your work up to the camera, I think, or bring it here. You can bring it up here to me, I think. Okay, let me see if I can do that, Daniel. If I go to speaker. No, I'm not seeing me. If I go to gallery, oh, here we go. Yeah, bring your stuff up to me.
All right, here it is.
So this is Daniel's mixed media collage from today. I think he did a great job.
Okay.
Love the red background, and I love that his fabric is 3D and not flat. And I love the hat. And it's a great drawing. Daniel started with pencil drawing, and his love for accuracy really shows through in the excellent drawing work that he did.
Mhm.
Well done, Daniel. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
And Eileen is sharing today willingly. Look how great this is. Really awesome composition. I love how the hat is hanging off the page. And I love how the figure fills the whole composition. We need background, right, everybody?
Yes.
Eileen needs to do something with the background.
Yeah, well, you know,
Great job, Eileen.
we all need a
Did you
little-
hear that? Margot, can you repeat that?
Great job, Eileen.
Thank you, Margot.
Great job.
Thank you.
Dina too. Bravo. All right, Heather's is also a work in progress. Needs
Wow,
dry. Isn't that cool?
that is very cool. Did she
Good
use
job.
fabric?
Really good.
Fabulous color. And you can really talk about movement. Piece really is filled with movement.
Mhm, mhm. It is.
Beautiful work. All right, Susan.
Unfinished.
And Susan was looking at Ms. Amiri's work for inspiration. I don't know, folks at home, can you see the beautiful pencil drawing?
Beautiful, yeah.
Vaguely.
Lot of eyes.
So Susan's in the process of painting, and she's going to add fabric at home. Well done. Love how your image fills the page, Susan. Very dynamic. Anyone else for sharing? Here comes Mika. Are you sharing, Mika? Wow.
Wow. She's got her background
Great
in.
job.
Awesome.
I have to admit, when Mika started this, I thought, wow, is that fabric going to work? And it's
Oh, no, no,
really
no.
starting to come together. Well done, Mika. The black outline, I think, is really making this happen. Anyone else? Is this yours? This is Susie's. Loving this collage work by Susie. Love the red in the trucks and how it's in the other fabric.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Our truck is red. And I love how you filled in the background, Susie. This one's going home. No, this is Susie's. Whose is this? Oh, this is Judy's. Judy, do you want to share Sally, this is not fair to people, what you're doing. So this is Judy's wonderful piece.
Oh, great.
Judy,
That is
you
excellent.
you got to fill in the background.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very well done. All right. It's classes over, honey. Oh, these are yours. These are Sally's fantastic drawings. Woohoo!
Good.
This one is terrific. It looks just
Oh,
like,
that's great.
right, this is my favorite. And this is going to be the last thing we share today. And then we're going to say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Great. Good hands, Sally. You're really learning how to draw those hands. Bravo, everyone. I'm really proud of you all. I can't wait to see you next week when we will look at another Asian Pacific or Hawaiian Islander artist. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you to Bill. We wait for your return, Bill. And have a great time. Art on, everyone.
Translation for a little bit.
Of that.
Saturday into Sunday.
So that was.
Not this Saturday.
Not this Saturday.
Past Saturday.
So it was the first and the second? No,
No, it was the sixth.
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't this weekend. It was last weekend.
Or I think the
But
29th.
it's the day-
The 29th and 30th.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes.
was the 29th and 30th. Yeah.
It was open.
My own office building had 2 major floods because the pipes burst or whatever. It happened on a Friday night after everybody left.
Oh,
On a
you
holiday
noticed until
weekend, no less,
Monday?
so it had like 2 days of rain.
That's a
They had to
lovely
shut
moment.
down, they moved us out.
Yay.
That's fine. So, okay, so started flooding, what happened?
We had the gates already open. Gates, water from outside coming in.
Those right behind.
See the floodgates we have here? Now the sewer, yeah, we put them up because the sewer, we have sewer caps outside the building. When it starts raining real hard, it starts coming up from the ground. These are the
Those
floodgates.
That's where we store the floodgates when they're not.
Once again, I'll show you every sewer cap that water comes through in the sewer pack from the outside.
You involved in all this? Problem?
Yes,
So what's your story? When did you hear about it? What did you do?
the guys called me, I came in,
About what time? Roughly.
6 in the morning, I think. And, there was raining. Water was coming off.
I think you were here by the time it had opened.
Yeah.
We opened the 10, so you were probably there after we ish. I would say.
And,
Go right.
I got dressed and
Yeah, we talked and you were right before opening.
Was it already starting to flood or did they just call you when it
they
started?
just told me to do it.
They also have the alarms.
They go off.
They go off when right before they know there's gonna be a problem. So we have the sensors. So the sensors go off,
And the
guys
com-
hear it,
and
and the company calls for all.
calls me too at the same time. Tell me it's setting, it's not setting.
Did the alarms go off?
Yeah.
They go off.
Did the company call you?
With the company, they'll monitor.
Because, sometimes they have a false reading and the alarm goes off and then it stops. If it continues, then they have to report it.
But during the rain, they were going off a
Yeah,
lot and they were telling me, oh, it reset. So they just keep on coming till it stops.
So you came in, what did you say?
I seen water, it was water everywhere. Water was coming up from the ground, but we still have the gates from outside. But everything was coming from outside first. Everything floods up from the stairs.
maybe when you say everywhere,
From Park Avenue side to the other
but
side.
like
to
it
the
didn't
highway.
get in the main reading room. It
No,
was-
they didn't-
it
they
was-
didn't-
So it wasn't everywhere.
No, it wasn't everywhere. I'm talking about outside around the building.
Oh.
Outside, everything's outside.
Right.
And the sewer place on my side was raised up to pictures of it too. And I have them right here.
I think we have a system in the garden to catch water right here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it didn't,
French drains
So
basically,
it-
well, like humongo French
it
drains.
didn't come in here, right, Roman? Or it
No.
did-
Is that metal frame there for,
Yes. And we have another sub tank here. You see right here?
There it is, the
Understood,
garden
right.
rainwater, behind Andy's is garden rainwater.
It's another drain system there.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
there,
holds
that's
the
out
water.
there.
there's a tank under there to catch?
Mhm,
Like 4 of them.
I
mhm.
didn't tell you, you're about a millennium beyond anything
Yeah,
I've seen.
yeah.
It's possible.
I bet it is.
You should have been here when, what was it, this is Sandy. It was just
Well,
unbelievable.
It was insane. It was
Yeah,
insane.
we
We
had-
had to get in the building. Raul and I were
Yeah.
here actually at some point by ourselves in the
Yeah.
dark. We had no electricity. There was where we had to deal. Raul flagged down someone who was driving past with a big, because we had none of this.
Mhm.
Who was passing by with a big pump.
Just pump the water
Just to
up,
pump the
just
water
so
out.
the folks that could get-
Our flood lines were about up to here. So that's why all of this, even this wainscoting, is that what we call it, beadboard, whatever the hell anybody chooses to call it. It's made to be mold resistant and it dries quickly and air wicking and all
Yeah,
that
it was
stuff.
insane.
It was
So if
bad.
you
We took
come
a lot
down
of
from the
damage.
heights, which is where I live, to the bottom of Patterson Park, Patterson Plank Road, like you could watch people walk up to to this level of the flooding mark. So
And
it's
we
a
were
little-
shooting the water into the street, and it was just coming right
Right
back
back.
into the window.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I was around for Sandy. The scary story I heard was on St. Knocky or something. Yeah, they were
Oh,
in the
yeah,
office
Moonaki was
and
bad.
yeah,
I
it
live
was
over
coming
there.
up and it
They
was,
must be
they
fire
they
department,
almost
right?
drowned.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
saw
was
that.
crazy.
Is it outside the building? This is the steps right here.
That's inside the building.
That's outside.
Yeah, when we get 26 inches.
I don't know. I really like, I try to, it was so insane.
This is outside. Everything's outside. See, we got the. That's over here. See the sewer, the water can come opening up.
So did you set up the gates, I guess?
Yeah.
How often do you set those up?
I know it's gonna come down. Forecast, it's gonna rain, possibly the set goes up.
How many times a year? Just curious.
This year we did.
To be honest, they try to stay on the side of safety, so if they see rain coming like over the
Just put it
weekend,
up in the.
put it up, like,
Yeah.
why bother? It takes 5 minutes to do, and it's our best.
But we put it on 5 minutes.
How about inside the building?
I had water from here, from the pump here, it was coming from the ground. And then I had water from the toilet coming up. The stop sink when the water went to see, when it started rising up from the outside.
We have 3 toilets for the public down here, so is that including that too, Raul?
Just the one from the,
Yeah, those-
Yeah, there's
because
one
they're so
here,
low.
there's 2 here, yeah, and one over there.
They put valves on the toilet? I guess not, to keep it back. Why not? They did all this.
Yeah, I know.
Oops. Never learn.
Have we ever had anything come up from the toilet?
No.
No.
It's
It
just-
comes, it goes here first.
Couple of snakes, no, just kidding.
That happened once to our former director, Bruce. Do you know Bruce?
No,
Had a rat.
Water's coming out, but how much? I mean, is it measurable? Is it just puddles?
Just puddles.
Just puddles? Nothing yet. I guess the sumps kicked in.
Yeah, but it was pushing everything back out from
Yeah,
back
it's
there.
coming back
Yeah,
in.
because it's.
But it's sort of keeping up.
Yeah.
Any damage?
No. Just, matter of fact, just one of my pumps burned down. They're gonna replace it already. Yeah, I got it replaced.
Cleanup? Just, was it just moppable or?
Well, we mop, yeah, moppable, we mop, we use the wet back and stuff like that. The most water I had coming in was from the backyard right here, because I think it's flooded back here too, so I had water seeping to the ground right here, but I was just gonna work in the backyard.
And you said it's just like swampland over there.
Everywhere,
It wasn't
yeah.
raw sewage.
Whatever was coming up from the.
You might have something.
Yeah, for the stop sink in the water room, stuff came up in there too, because that's toilet to that stop sink, so everything for sure comes right up. But most of the water, whatever was in the pipes.
You had sewage in the place? You said you had sewage?
Whatever come up from the sewer.
That's what we have.
And
Okay,
that
the
everything-
toilet back up.
Toilet backup. Cause that pipe is connected.
Do you get to clean it up too?
Yeah.
You are the man. You need this stuff. It was a major sewage operation. How'd you clean it up? How'd you clean it up?
With the shop back.
like most.
Was there nastiness coming up too? Tootsie rolls and
No,
crap and paper and stuff like that?
no, not that I got, because when I got it, the guys already started,
Where are the guys?
the main guys.
Are they with the library? Are they with the
No,
city?
it was library.
The library.
Guys use any PPE, personal protective equipment while they've been equipment?
No,
Gloves, stuff like that.
we had gloves, stuff like that. Yes.
You have,
You don't need like Tyvek.
No, we got gloves, we have gloves in the office to use, stuff like that.
but they have, you have all these things available.
Yes. And I just ordered new stuff and everything.
What do you have available?
I got gloves, I got boots, raincoat.
Disinfect the place?
Yes.
What do you use?
Bleach, disinfectant, I got everything.
Good old fashioned?
And we use a lot Saturday.
You close up the building?
No.
There's nothing for us to, that's your choice, not a violation.
They did close off the basement where the issue was at.
If anybody was prepared for a flood, you guys are. It's crazy on
On the Monday. Everybody hose coming out for the, like every house. Runoff.
By the way, do you have any rare forms? If you do find one, do you have a designated person? Do you have your rare quality of that?
We addressed it, again, I wasn't in this. Last week we did it. We did address it, so there might be something, but it was a while ago and I wasn't really part of it. It might have been, but so I'm not sure.
I was born in that because of basically, in the company, test all fluids. And there was a list of things to do in terms of cleaning and getting the air purifiers. There was, we had them on each floor. And probably, yeah, it was probably, but there was definitely follow-up.
Yeah, I remember they wanted us to clean on top of the stacks and the circ area, and we did that, we had that professionally cleaned, like when we wanted to during the renovation, and then I did a follow-up check on that kind of stuff. No, it's not really a policy, but I, so we did address the situation, but I don't know. Policy came out of it.
When they did the renovation, they make that effort. to close the area.
Yeah, absolutely. Always, because we've been under renovation since I started in 1995. So it's always some section closed off to the public, but yeah, so yeah.
150 years old.
It's scratchy, scratchy also.
You're gonna be indoor quality. You look at our website, we have actually a lot of programs set up. Download it, customize it. Library, you may find out, by the way, the true content of some of this.
Yeah.
In case you send that to me.
Okay. Unfortunately, unfortunately, so we also have another facilities person that is responsible for all the Hoboken buildings. I tried to catch him when I heard you were here. They really run him ragged, so I haven't been able to get a hold of him, but I speak to him as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully he has.
So the program just explains the stand.
Okay.
Basically, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, which is a fresh air. More importantly, is that they have a designated person. So if somebody says that there's a problem, they can go to the designated person. So you get the first shot at it. Now, if it fails with a designated person, then you go off. Basically, policy.
And the designated person is on staff here. Okay.
I mean, you can actually contract them.
No, well, we'd rather not pay more.
That's
If it's okay to have it be someone on staff, that would probably, for us, that would be best.
Then you can have one designated person, you have multiple designated persons. Now, if you don't have a program or designated person, it's a violation. That's not as serious. Also, let's say you still need it, but you write it up, we send it to me. You might be more. So you get 30 minutes. You send it to the verified program, it doesn't get person. Sanitation. Logic something. We'll see what you have. You don't know about the.
You probably have 300 ones. Yeah, no, these are the two things that I have. I thought that I need.
So we did I've never seen it, when I go to all the buildings, I've never seen that.
Yeah. No.
They might have some city hall that I never been.
Yeah, because a lot of times the state, you want a proxy, oh, you have islands,
Yes,
or deficit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the profit.
And hazard communication. This would deal with you. Do they have a hazard communication program? Yeah. Sometimes they call it. Sometimes they call it right to know. Right to know and hazard communication are actually two separate laws. I enforce hazard communication, another group enforces right to know.
So you just call that policy?
Actually, a program.
Program.
Okay. You know what an SDS is? Anybody trained about them? What kind of thing?
Yeah, we got, we got it, beach and stuff like that.
Just
Well, yeah, general stuff.
We've also tried to go as green as possible in order from that.
Green isn't necessarily helpful. It's better for the
Understood. I'm just saying, we have a contract with them for general cleaning supplies, so that the staff isn't, disturbed by odor when we clean certain surfaces.
Do you have somebody that cleans it all? You do general
also have a food that,
The city?
No, that's outside.
Just one more. Mainly the difference.
maintenance guys are pretty busy, so we try to help them with the bigger projects as much as possible. We used to have them more, but, they like. And we hear like 4 times a week.
You know what their name is?
Nine.
Mango cream.
Like Vincent Van Gogh. One need was kind of- except for the one time.
We clean, we clean like through the bathroom, comes back to bleach and all the good stuff. that we use.
I guess they're a little public.
Get one of those things like that.
Okay, so you don't know anything about. If we want to do also. How many?
I got it.
Put down, I need. I'm not gonna be bothered.
I know the
No,
job.
yeah.
I don't.
You want to come right now? I'll try that.
I mean, sorry, no, go ahead.
What is that? Okay.
So, you know me a long time. Motherfuckers, and I tell you, what the fuck? Got that? I didn't do nothing to these people. I was expecting that come out. They just fucking oh, but anyway, I didn't do shit. All right, thank you guys.
If you definitely have, know nothing about it. I'm saying there has a completion fire. Program, training, function, city dash.
And all that information, whatever union is at hand, they have a right to look at these documents at any time.
Like these are documents that should be accessed.
Which is where they go to HR now, these documents.
we're available. Let's say DPW is 24/7, and happens if I think on DPW and get the information. I just take a look at the, I don't take pictures of all this stuff. So I'm gonna show the people. Surprise.
At the time, Mayor comes in, the grant, 250 something million, whatever it was, your city, and the library building, big for all this formation work, so I think it's 13, 15. Some of it may be missing at the end, down over here. Yeah, it's some of them work.
I mean, you're fighting against the ocean.
Yeah. That's a little bit of power to it.
That is something, yes, huge seawall or something,
Yeah.
plates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what, we
that's
need
a
to
problem.
look into that. It's really good.
I think Jersey City, we can live there all.
Yeah.
But they don't have that on. It's a
Back
back.
road.
Yeah, the stuff, the stuff should go one direction, but it comes back the
Let's
other.
be
about
clear,
shells.
Ronald is our building manager. You really need to talk to our facilities person, Michael Chapa, and I just can't get hold of him.
Just listen, like, it's not a future plan. It's a really good.
We probably do. That's what, I can't imagine that we would do all this renovation and not do
maybe
that.
they fail.
Could be, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But in general, like I said, I can't imagine that we did all this renovation with all this money and.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, in other words, I do remember there were a lot of people in Holland.
Absolutely. And it helped us get a lot of the ocean. Thank you. Oh, there it is, aerated lane stuff. That's the word I was looking for. Yes,
That's it, you can take that.
yeah, and it's not exactly.
Yeah, I wanted to put
Michael might know.
something out, a party plank, where it's like some kind of wood that's bound by plastic.
Because under the inter-air quality standard, there's something that's.
Yeah, like drywall, something like that.
So if this is not.
It probably isn't, but we still have it. It's loose, so we can receive it.
Yeah, I
Move
think
it.
the area you're talking about is it's not affixed to the wall.
That's why, that's why, look, we have all of the electric up here. So that it's not on the bottom getting wet, and this comes off. So this way, if one does get somehow down, it doesn't get too wet. it comes off. Oh, that's right. That's right. Now you have to-
They add that gate, it's second street. Did you see that? No, but there's like a second and yeah, look, there's a street on Hubble, second street drive across towards a particular low stuff. There's two lines like a train crossing that says caution, high water ahead, so those turn on. And then there's a similar to a train, a gate comes down to prevent. And I've been stuck, like, because I live in 89,000, I definitely have lost a car in that stretch of road. So, yeah. Yeah, right.
Universities in the country. Okay. 300 hours. 300. You said. Really.
So that's, yeah, so that kind of says, hey, find them, if we have them, find it, through a city. Otherwise download it and, site, try and get.
Oh, that really is, that is more of a safe show. And again, this may be one of those things, it's stuff that gets in people's eyes. I've got it. I mean, read this. There's a certain point that no, however, if you have, again, sewage backup, if you were there's nothing in there that says that. As long as you have a functioning bathroom, and it's the bathroom standards. And actually, technically, it could be. If they have to do a public park. That's a little.
For the public, for the staff. The staff, they were accessing Annex 1 and Annex 2.
For construction, we have properties.
Yeah, so right then.
Or they want to support.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. Sorry, that's before I.
All right, library shelving is rusted, and shelving both paint and rust quickly flake off.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely.
Anybody-
But not
Does
the
anybody-
It's a dusty building, so that's the time. And when we had situation where it got in and that's it over there, it wasn't even a clean.
Yeah, but I've never heard that.
Yeah, well, yeah, technical books, but that's the best.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe. I don't know. We have a mezzanine, which is going through the floor. And it's interesting, and it's got the old CHL, the original.
So that if you can open stack, kind of like, what would only been stack. The Patterson Public Library back there. The railing that holds the shelf goes up 3 floors, and then there's plate glass, not plate glass, like glass block floors. That, yeah, it's, yeah.
There's a Carnegie one. Is Carnegie on that?
I think so, yeah. So yeah, it's a very like, the latest and greatest, and it's kind of cool to see it, but it's also like, when you step down onto it, you're like, I hope this is all good.
It was translucent. so
Yeah,
it wasn't clear.
exactly. Right, well, I think that was the thing, like, there was a lot, they were both, electric light was less effective, so then it was really like, you needed all the ambient light you could get. But again, public one's going back. Yeah.
I just wanted names.
Yeah,
You need their names, right? I think there's just 3 of them. We're doing the younger time. They might Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you just keep your eye on my, if she comes, I'll look off, okay? And listen, this is more about the this new.
Yeah, so
Okay, let's get on my side. I need you to listen, hear all sides. There's some things that are out, some things that are, but to make it an equal playing field, just tune in. Does that make sense?
no,
Because guess what? We will have to look there.
Yeah.
So we'll be there. I'm tired of not. I get too much. 15, 16 years, I'm so like trying to hold it down. You know, and people at least have that piece of it, you know? But anyway. You may find it interesting. At the end of the day, you wash your hands. Then it's put in permission to use the room. And then you walk in. It'll be on Zoom if you can. And then I'm gonna try to keep them on that. And I don't care this side, I just want to get out of this time. Got it? In this situation, you
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cherry tree.
I have a little bit of. He's going to check on our health insurance. So the log sheet of City Hall runs to Jefferson Mercado, who is our health benefit representative. And the health benefit. So the log sheet goes to her. So he's going to find out if we're part. So I can hopefully get you those, and then now that I know. Have communication and right.
And they do get it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I have to do it.
Okay. So, the written air quality program, the hazard communication, I don't think that we have to be part of it. He told me something the city is now working on, citywide, so he's going to, you know. He is going to the middle of something right now. I hope he's been here for a while. We're around talking about everything, and then we're going to speak for closing something.
We could be very brief.
Oh, okay.
Presentation is as extend.
Okay, well, so then, you know, I'll brief him and see what I can get in regards to that, but he was gonna try to sit down, talk to you if you're looking for a while, but if you're not, he's gonna know something. Okay, understood. Yeah, no, but.
Am I me or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it stays hard.
Well, yeah, I don't know why I have to tell you.
Wait,
No,
I don't,
do it.
did you park on the right side of the street? Did you guys have that conversation about the green and white?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
No, it's a meter, no, that's like.
Yeah, okay, the meter, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My car's parked on the whole street.
Yeah.
They towed my car, they gave me street work, they didn't park. And they just picked up my car and moved it somewhere. It's awesome. And they were yelling, searching for my car.
Oh, wow.
They said it was across town.
Is that
on
legal?
Springburn. And it wasn't there, so I'm like, where is it? And But if you get the perfect.
Yeah. Awesome.
Permit is $30 per year.
Oh, ours is 500.
Maybe it should be, because they give out as many permits as people apply for, so
Yeah,
it is driving around, so we recognize.
yeah, that's literally the same thing with Jersey City. Like, there's a little bit about do you live here. Yeah, yes.
I don't have. You want to walk through there?
Just so you know, Raul is in I'm not sure. Just taking the plug was here, so just take a little walk around.
Well, thank you.
This guy has bathroom.
I don't have my-
First, take them first.
I don't have my keys.
But they're both. I'll go test the other bathroom.
I'll do it first.
Exactly. They just- No, I gotta pee. Oh, you don't want to open this? You gotta, he wants to look, so you should probably open it.
What's that smell? I mean, that is kind of a closed tank. How far, you know, how far that goes down?
Is that where that thing is where it finds everything too?
Yes.
Right. Did they give you a new one yet?
The wipes and like, they don't grind that much correctly, so, yeah, so. Sometimes it's supposed to move into disposable, not disposable.
We do have programs.
Nothing new.
That damn thing wasn't big enough. Did they get you a bigger one?
Is there any ventilation?
Yoga class, I think. Some of Raul's staff. Look at that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Laura, watch that hole. None of these cameras, we have that. Yeah, so there's nothing going on. Yeah.
Interesting. How many times a day people try to scam you? It'd be nice for them to have an eye wash station, huh?
Yeah, I don't have to.
They can get it for you, Raoul. We have like a $6 million budget. This is the time to get whatever you need, Raoul. I mean that. If you want to show me stuff, you're in the union, so use that both sides. You need something, get it. I thought it wasn't covered. Okay. Yeah. This is me off. This is for people, don't join the union. It's in the minor shaft. Oh. Did the water get up above the floor?
Not this one.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Yeah.
This is our quality control from outside. Here from outside. Yes.
Probably such an old building, if you're not.
Yeah, just put this in and we have the new system access to that. In fact,
Brand new, right?
so they have to
Under a
go
year.
to second floor and the first floor is somewhere. Because we have this, we have this there outside.
Does it come to the basement, Raoul, too?
Yes. It's not a company from here. From here.
This way, deep.
Yep. This is the backyard one. So over here, we have one. Which door? That's.
How much do these weigh, like?
You put them in. Honestly, I have water 1.2.
Quick question. Ryan?
Yes.
You know anything about hazard communication? Right now.
So, in terms of like exposure to chemicals,
Exposure, treatment, everything.
so I took years ago, I'm a labor studies major, so I took OSHA, so I try to apply to the best of my ability, like certain things we won't use unless the area has been closed off, like bathrooms, and we clean the bathrooms. There wasn't. So in terms of like anything ultra hazardous, I don't think I've had to deal with anything of that kind, but in terms of training, no. We've had a, no, but I don't, I also, that's a good question. That's challenging my educational background.
Pretty good at.
No, I mean, most of the stuff, in all honesty, that I use especially is like household, spick and span, Windex, like I said, the neutral pH cleaner. Don't have that one, like, I haven't like the hardest chemical probably use. But that's just, yeah. I have my own skin problem. Yeah. Yeah. I try to stay as neutral or just in my own health. And even then, when using bleach, common sense, I always ask. Anything like that, just don't breathe any of that. So, but no, nothing, no corrosive, nothing crazy like that. I think that's it. Any other-
to get into some training.
I appreciate it.
Well, happy. Thanks, Ryan.
So yeah, so these are all those are the pumps they have here.
There's a mention in the complaint about the library shelves of paint that's coming up. It's getting-
So we have done what on the first and second floor that are old. The third one's brand new. This is the floor in between the floors.
That's for sure. Yeah, we don't put it away. You can't find this.
It's just. Right, to get rid of this floor. Plan. And in the guy,
This is just know that the girls are doing shifts around. That's what it is.
Maybe Shell's down. She's old.
And I do get the clean up here, but dust up here just gets quick.
Unless you have your face on the floor, you're not gonna do it.
I don't.
And if you're 6'2", you can't really fit up there anyway. That's why they're gonna. Or hits his head on it.
Yes. No, nobody.
There is some restaurant. Still.
Yeah, it's in the plan, but that's where it's gonna live. I think a few years. But now we have Steve machine.
They're doing active work in here. Chop out the walls.
Yeah, but nobody.
The door closed.
They come in to start doing the ceiling.
That's because.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
when they do this, everything will be shut down.
I will be retired. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. The state closed. And it's not
No. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why.
First floor. Michelle.